happening in Stafford County. Joining us for today's show, as they always do, Carolyn Dunn, Stafford County Economic Development Director, and Stafford County Program Director, Ashley Bevan, on the show here today on 1590 KVEG. We want to get a chance to talk Stafford County things once a month here on the program. Well, here we are again. It goes right by, and then you're right back here. So you've got a busy slate here. I'm excited today.
Well, we've got a little business boom going on in Stafford, so it's pretty exciting.
This is something that's cool, Carolyn, because we've talked about it before. Boy, we'd get a big business in here that employ 100 people. And your philosophy all along has been just one business at a time, whether it's 2 or 3 employees. Pretty soon you get 7 of them. Yeah. And you just continue to add a little bit to the employment of the community. To talk about 7 new businesses in Stafford. That's pretty neat.
It really, I don't think some of us that live there realized that there was that many going on until we sat down and kind of started writing it out. Really, in somewhat preparation for this program, we started realizing, oh my goodness, there's 7. So one of them has actually been going for just a few months, but I'm going to count it as really a new business right now. It's JCs Chop Shop. That's Jeff Chancellor, and he's doing paintless dent repair. He's certified in that. He's certified ASE, and an ICAR, which I think just means that insurance providers recognize him as properly able to repair a vehicle. Mm-hmm. He's got an up-to-code paint booth and does major and minor frame repair. It's located right next to Paul's Grocery in Stafford, and one of the things that I thought was kind of nice, that you don't have to wait for an accident to be able to go visit him. He offers complete vehicle detailing for interior, and does exterior wax and so forth too. I could use that every once in a while. That one caught my attention.
Get it in there.
So he takes pride in the idea that every vehicle is returned cleaner than it comes in, when he repairs them too. So that's one that's actually up and going. There's others that are kind of in that process of getting opened up. One of them I think actually has opened. It's the Refuge Bar and Grill. That's in the old American Legion building. So that just sold here, the last few months, and they've renovated it and are now open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Their hours are 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Thursday. Friday and Saturday, they're open 5 to 2 a.m. and then open up for lunchtime on Sunday, and then through the day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
How many restaurants are in Stafford right now?
I can count.
Since I'm here to put you on the spot.
Easily 4.
Cafe next to the hotel.
Joanne's Cafe.
The Gathering Place.
Elroy's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And you get hot food at the convenience store, too.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
That's our referee stop when we go through Stafford. So that's
so this one's a little different in that it has the bar part of it. So I think that distinguishes it to a large extent, and kind of has maybe more the entertainment side of things on occasion. They've been promoting that they're doing karaoke every second Saturday and live music every 4th Saturday.
Okay, so the Refuge Bar and Grill, Jim Stanford in Stafford. Okay.
Right. Another one is very much in the process still of doing the renovations, but you can see that progress is being made there. It's right on right on 50 Highway, and it's the building that a lot of people will remember as being the old Strawberry Patch. It was a burger joint back in the day.
Toward the east end of town?
Well,
I'm throwing a. I'll just be quiet, okay?
It's on the south side of town on US 50 Highway,
right?
Basically across the street from the Ampride gas station.
Gotcha. I know exactly where it's at.
So they're calling it, I guess, in a nod to the past as the Strawberry Patch. They're calling it the Liquor Patch.
Okay. So it's a liquor store.
It's a liquor store.
Okay.
Yes. So they're remodeling. They've got the roof and siding done at this point. Told me that they're next on the list of renovations is getting the walk-in cooler shelves and paint. They're going to try to be open in about a month.
Okay.
Whitney McCormick is who is leading that one up.
Okay.
So that's exciting. That one's, been a building that's been vacant for, I'll say, as long as I've been around in the community, which is a little over 15 years. So to be able to see a property like that being acquired and renovated and fixed up, especially a very visible location in town, it's nice to have that. The next one I'll tell you about is Clark's Collision Shop. That's Ryan Clark. He's opened a business on 308 East Camden in Stafford. That's basically on the, what would that be, the northwest corner of City Park in Stafford. And he lists auto glass repair, restoration, rust repair, and expert collision repair as his areas of expertise. Glad to see another one. Yeah, another employer up and going. Another one is Mia Eshelman has opened a beauty salon. She calls it Mirror Salon. It is located in the back part of the Stafford County Museum.
Okay.
And people might recognize that location is formerly where the USD 349 Recreation Commission office was there at one point. But she has got some pictures on Facebook. She's really been dressing that place up a bit. It's got cool exposed brick and just looks nice. And she's open now. She characterizes a full-service salon that does nails, pedicures, coloring, permanents, haircuts, facials. And here's the thing that she's really emphasized with me is that she is available for evening appointments. I think a lot of us get really busy during the day. It's hard to get away from work to take care of those things, and she is open through the evenings by appointment. So you can call her at 352-1089, and she's located at 107 East Broadway.
And then we've got Golden Belt Telephone.
Right, and that one might be one that people aren't aware of being something new because it's not as if they have a storefront at this point in Stafford. But they are offering a whole new range of services. They've had the cable television, whatever you call it, the rights to cable television in Stafford for at least a couple of years, I think. But it's just been within the last 2 or 3 months that they have expanded what their services are that they can provide in Stafford, which includes landline telephone, internet, security systems, and I think those are the main things. Maybe something there I'm missing, but they also have Next Tech Wireless and so forth. So they're significantly expanding what they're doing in the community. They've become a member of our Stafford Chamber of Commerce, and we're just really glad to have such a
It's nice to have a local presence with you're dealing with your cable franchisee.
There you go. Yeah.
And
exactly.
tell me about this one other one. The Stafford Motor Inn. Who's this owner?
Some character named Carolyn Dunn.
How about that?
Bought a motel as a side project.
As an economic development director, you're putting your investment where your mouth is on this. Good deal.
It gets in your blood, I guess. This building sold at auction at a no reserve auction back in December. And, we've certainly seen a lot of those examples of where buildings sell at those types of auctions. And they may become the next vacant building that.
Sure.
So I'd ask my husband, okay, what do you think? Should we consider this? And we set our limit, and lo and behold, we came home buying a motel. And
motel owners. That's neat.
Like I needed another project, but it's been kind of fun. It's certainly it's been a good way to meet some people, and I think it will be one of those things that helps the restaurant next door. For example, she's expressed to me she does better when the motel's open, and you want to see that. You want to see businesses continue and that environment grow. So we've taken on a lot of renovations, and those you can see from the highway. We've put on a new roof, a new pitched roof. It had a flat roof, and we've put on a new pitched roof. We've added new heating and air conditioning, and been in the process of replacing carpet and bathroom fixtures, and So, open right now on a limited basis because I'm looking for that full-time manager. Another element of the renovations that have been a major thing have been the renovation of the manager's apartment on site.
Manager's apartment.
You want to have a good place for a person to live, and I felt like that when we bought it, that was one of the most neglected parts of it, and I really kind of felt sorry for somebody that would have been expected to live in that environment, so we really prioritized improving that so that we could have a good place for someone to live as a part of the compensation package for that, and so that is just now kind of getting wrapped up too. So now we're at the stage we need to find a manager that can live there full time. We've also significantly expanded the lobby and may be able to host certain small events and so forth in that too. So we'll be open fully for Oktoberfest. In fact, we're mostly full. I think we've got room for about 3 more reservations for the weekend of Oktoberfest.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
You got to get in if you've got somebody that's going to come and visit. Get your name in quickly. We're about full, but
Just make sure you have that no vacancy light that works outside so you can flip that up the first time.
that would be nice.
Well, Carolyn, that is good. That's neat. Congratulations and being part of. You just think 7. That's good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
the Stafford Motor Inn. Congratulations. And okay, tell me about Jeff Chancellor, Jim Stanford, Whitney McCormick, Ryan Clark, Mia Eshelman. How old are these people?
You're gonna have me guess.
No,
I would say most are young to middle age.
Okay, which is what we want. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Giving Tuesday, Oktoberfest, Trojan Trail, and the house in Hudson.
That's right.
It sounds like a big lineup. It is coming up next here on Focus on Stafford County on 1590 KVGB.
Honey, our home feels so comfortable now. I love our new Lennox furnace and air conditioner.
I'll get it. Here's your $1,000 rebate for purchasing your Lennox Total Comfort System from Cedar Contractors.
$1,000!
I've got it.
Here's the money you saved on your utility bills this month.
Awesome. Mom?
Steeders and Lennox, making almost anything more comfortable.
1590 KVGB is your home for all the news in Central Kansas.
The fly-in portion on Saturday will involve a lot of private planes coming in. But the bottom line is there's so many planes out there, most of them World War II vintage, some Korean War vintage, so many to look at, stand by and talk to pilots and to watch them fly, and then buy a ride if you're so inclined.
KVGB News is brought to you by Abby's Best Buy Carpet Outlets, Tilton Associates, Marmy Ford, Marmy Chrysler, Keller Real Estate, and Nicholson, Rickey, and Bryant Funeral Homes.
Hi, I'm Greg Marshall, head basketball coach of the Wichita State Shockers, and on October the 9th, 10th, and 11th, the Knights of Columbus members across Kansas will be handing out Tootsie Rolls at local businesses and seeking donations for people with intellectual disabilities. Funds raised are distributed to local institutions that provide support to people with intellectual disabilities and are used to sponsor the Special Olympics basketball tournament held each spring in Hayes. When you see these Knights of Columbus members in their bright yellow aprons, please give your support. Thank you, and go Shocks.
Join Jason French this Saturday morning for the Sussman's Greenhouse and Garden Center show. Jason will be taking your questions and offering advice and information on America's favorite pastime, gardening. The Sussman's Greenhouse and Garden Center show airs at 7:30 every Saturday morning on 1590 KVGB, the talk of the town. Listen in and call Jason with your questions during the Sussman's Greenhouse and Garden Center show this Saturday morning on 1590 KVGB.
At Sussman's Greenhouse, everything's green but us.
Welcome back. Focus on Stafford County today. Carolyn Dunn, Ashley Bevan in with us here on the program. We're talking about the 7 new businesses in Stafford. And let's talk about some events coming up. Oktoberfest.
Well, that's also a big deal in Stafford. Everybody's kind of gearing up for that. And I don't know, maybe the idea that some of these businesses will be able to kind of showcase themselves at this time is not entirely coincidental. It's nice to get open for Oktoberfest.
Well, tell me about Oktoberfest, kind of the history of this and how long has it been going on and why is this such a big deal?
I don't know how long it's been going
on.
Okay.
I won't ask that question, but just...
But a long time.
Okay.
I get the sense that the alumni that come back for it are coming back to something they remember as kids. So it's always the first Saturday in October. So this year it's on the 3rd of October. And just thought we'd highlight some of the things that are going on, because even though it's a long-standing event, sometimes they switch the things up, the activities of the day a bit. And so we've got some of the tradition and some of the new. The fun run going on in the morning is something that the Education Foundation has been doing for, I think, quite a while. Of course, there's parade, and they're doing something called a medallion hunt this year, which is, I think, something a little bit new, but gives an activity, a more interactive activity to choose from. There is the wiener dog races.
Yes.
And that has really, really become a big deal.
Well, it is.
We get people from many states coming back from the wiener dog races.
Haven't you seen those vehicles pulling those little small cars behind them that carry the wiener dogs? And it's
well,
okay. That is a big deal.
It is. I give a lot of credit to Julin Whitlock, who has organized this, and she just puts a lot of energy and her heart into it, and she promotes it all year round. And so therefore, yes, we have people that are coming from Minnesota, I think, to race their wiener dog.
Yes.
It's great. So besides that, another thing that is being highlighted a lot this year is the Salsa Festival. So I think that the entry deadline for that is this Friday, and people can enter your best salsa and compete for prizes and bragging rights. Going to be a special presentation of a Vietnam War plaque, some stage entertainment, and alumni banquets through the evening. Well, there's probably more things on this list than people want to listen to.
Is there a place people can go see that? Yeah. What's the neatest thing about Oktoberfest in Stafford? I mean, what just the
Oh, it's just that environment. The neatest thing, I think, is that festival environment, and the reason that kind of brings people to come back and connect with each other. That's to me a lot of the fun of these festivals, and it is intertwined with the alumni events of the school too.
So is there a website people can go find this?
The place I find that it's got the most recent and up-to-date information is actually on the Facebook page.
Okay.
So you can probably Google Oktoberfest Stafford and find the Facebook page. And then it's Oktoberfest with a K, Oktoberfest.
And that's going to be taking place next weekend. Not this weekend, but the weekend following, October 3rd. Okay, Trojan Trail. Ashley Bevan with us. Tell me about Trojan Trail, Ashley.
The Trojan Trail was a project that began with 4th and 5th graders in the Stars After School program in Stafford. And it was led by Mrs. Conant in the spring of 2014. The class used technology and GPS mapping to design a fitness trail that sits right north of the school and goes throughout the playground area. The Trojan Trail fitness path leads walkers along 2 playground areas beside a newly constructed school-wide greenhouse and gardens near the beautiful Owls, which is the outdoor wildlife learning site that features trees, bird feeders, and a fish pond with a rock stream feature. Let's see here. It was funded through the Topeka-based Sunflower Foundation. It was a Healthcare for Kansans grant that totaled $15,300. It was completely funded with this grant. And then the work that the STARS director, the students and teacher put forth was an example of the project-based learning that Stafford really focuses on. I mean, they're good about that. The trail is 3/4 of a mile in length, but doesn't limit you from going a further distance. I mean, you can continue walking in circles if you want to. It has several entry points due to the nature of its structure. It travels around the block of Stafford schools between Broadway and Stafford streets and loops through the playground area of the trail. And so it has been officially completed. And so Monday, October 12th from 5:30 to 6:30, they're inviting Stafford residents to come and check out the ribbon cutting. And then walking on the trail, there will be multiple like booths and places for you to stop and just engage in activity. And I think they're having a raffle if you complete the whole trail and stop at all the stations. And so bouncing off of this, our Live Well Stafford County, Kansas Healthy Communities Initiative group will be there. And again, we rebranded here in the summer. Before it was just Stafford County Healthy Communities Initiative. And this was a grant that we were given through the Kansas Health Foundation just to promote healthy and active lifestyles within our communities in the county. We have a Facebook page that we encourage Stafford County residents to post and share healthy recipes or exercises that they do. And by doing so, they have a chance to win a $75 Dillon's gift card every month if they share something new with us. So that's something we just started this summer as well.
Okay, that's the Trojan Trail, ribbon cutting on October 12th. And Carolyn, just a few more minutes right now, but we want to talk about Giving Tuesday. Going to be working to build up the endowment for the community of Stafford.
Right. Well, last year, Golden Belt Community Foundation started a program called Giving Tuesday, and it kind of piggybacks off of the idea of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and the slogan is give as good as you get. After you've had a couple of days to think about all the things you'd like to get, maybe give a day to think about what you can give. And so the challenge is to build up some of our local charitable assets with that campaign. They give a match for the contributions that are given on that day of Giving Tuesday. So with that, we have started a new endowment for the benefit of the community of Stafford. And last year, it just, it was this first year, it got, I think, 2,100 built up. And our goal is to get it to at least 5,000, which is what the threshold that they consider at the foundation to be an endowed fund. So we'd like to get that done this year. It can be something that will give ongoing support to the community of Stafford in a number of ways. I look at one example of how that has worked here in this region. The town of Hudson did a similar initiative. I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, but it was somewhere around 6 or 7 years ago when that got started. And they started it with this campaign called Give an Acre to Hudson. So it was around wheat harvest time, and the challenge was consider giving an acre's worth of wheat for the benefit of the community. It was 40 bushels of wheat, somewhere in the neighborhood of a $200 donation. That really took off. Stafford County Flour Mills matched it, and that in combination with a few other fundraising efforts, they've got $41,000 in the little town of Hudson built up as an endowment right now. And each year it kicks off a grant. I think it's been kicking off a grant for 3 years now that have been used for things like city park improvements. Last year they significantly remodeled the community hall in terms of the finishes. Like they replaced some countertops and flooring and really gave it a nice facelift. They've also installed a digital message board in the downtown area. When the post office closed in Hudson, that was the place where most people put their messages. They needed something to replace it with. Now they have a digital message board there in the center of town. So it gives an example of the kind of things that you can do to kind of have ongoing support of your community. There's several examples around the state where they've been able to do things like even into business development and housing development with these kinds of charitable funds. But I think the point is when you get those built up, it gives the community more ability to focus on just doing that work and not trying to scratch their heads figuring out how you're going to pay for it in the beginning, or just never getting started because you don't know what kind of resources to use to get those things started. So we're in the beginning stages of that in Stafford right now, but Giving Tuesday coming up here in December will be a good way to kind of give that another kick and keep that going.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to the event, but that is Giving Tuesday. It's through the Golden Belt Community Foundation, and you just call them up and make a donation, or how do we do this?
Well, we want those donations to really be focused on Giving Tuesday to qualify for that match. So I'll say contact the Economic Development Office.
Okay.
549-3527 if you're interested.
Okay, only 3 more rooms left for Oktoberfest as well at the Stafford Motor Inn. And you're looking for a full-time general manager. Or,
That's true.
Yeah, and that's part of the deal is you've got a nice apartment you can live in, okay? So contact Carolyn Dunn at
620-549-3527.
Okay. Looking for somebody? There you go. You got a great opportunity. Guys, thanks for coming in today. That is Focus on Stafford County this week. News is next on KVGB.